Or later, let you know. Today I'll teach you the structure elucidation of the flavonoids. In continuation to my earlier lecture, this is something related to the flavonoids now. And now structure elucidation of the flavonoids includes the classical methods. Because once the flavonoidic part or the compound, pure compound is isolated from the natural source, then you have to establish the structure of that one. For that one, there are number of methods. And number one is the classical methods, the pure compound, whatever is there. In order to establish its structure, in order to establish its nucleus, you have to go through the number one degradation and second one is your synthesis. Now, degradation is carried out by alkali. Therefore, and that is called the alkaline degradation. Now you see, this is the structure of the flavonoid. This is A ring, this is B ring, this is C ring. Now this is called as the gamma pyron ring, as I told you, and this is called as the chromone ring or the benzochromone. That's why benzopyron. Therefore, this gamma pyron ring is very sensitive to the alkali. That's why whenever you treat this compound with NaOH or the KOH, this ring open up. And by the cleavage of this ring, it will result the formation of the beta diketone, this one. And this molecule is the beta diketone, and it is a pale yellow solid compound. And this undergo further degradation because you are dealing with the drastic condition. You are treating the compound with the concentrated KOH or the KOH fusion. Now the QH fusion is that you have to take the compound or the NaOH plates or the KOH plates in a china dish or the petri dish, and then you heat it up. And it requires no taste of the water or simple you have to heat it with the water bath or by the hot plates. Therefore, you heat it up and it requires no trace of the water, no humidity, no moisture should be there. That is called the alkaline fusion. Now, there are two methods. Now, you see, this is your beta diketone. This is one carbonyl group. This is second carbonyl group. That's why, and they are beta to each other. Therefore, both the carbonyl groups are prone to the undergo the degradation, and that is when you treat with the QH, then it will attack on this as well as on this. And therefore, resulting the different types of the compounds. This is the pathway one. It gives you orthohydroxybenzoic acid and the acetophenols. And this gives you orthohydroxyacetophenone and the simple benzoic acid. That's why these are the different ways how to degrade the molecules. Now, if you go through the mechanism, then you see this is this OH. This OH will attack on the gamma pyron ring in this way and then resulting this one. And then after H plus from picking up the H plus from the solvent, it will give you this one, this type of the molecule, and then this undergo tautomerization or the ketonization that will generate this ketone group. And here, this OH group has the ring junction here. Therefore, it will undergo further degradation with the help of the OH molecules. And this OH will attack over here, liberating the 1 mole of the water, and then it will give you again the beta diketone. Therefore, this beta diketone is formed in this way. And here, since we are dealing with the drastic condition and we are treating the molecule with the QH, the concentrated QH or the QH fusion, that's why this undergo further cleavage in this way. You see, these are the different ways, and you are getting the one of the moiety, that is your orthohydroxybenzoic acid, and second one is this one, that is your acetophenol. This is one way. Now, which can attack on the second part or the second carbonyl in this way, and again it will give you the benzoic acid and the orthohydroxyacetophenol likewise. Now you see, this can, because we are again I'm saying that there is a drastic condition, that's why it will cleave all the molecule. Only the stable part will remain. That's why it will give you the phenol is the last product and the acetic acid. And the smell of the acetic acid gives the clear indication that your molecule is completely degraded. Now, if you are having flavonols, then you are getting this type of the molecules here. Again, the alkali will be there. And now one thing more, which is very important here, that is what if you are having the OCH3 group or the methoxy group attached to the nucleus. In that case, you cannot use the concentrated KOH. Because this OCH3 is very sensitive with the OH, that's why. Therefore, dilute condition will be used. It will go under degradation with barium hydroxide, and with barium hydroxide, you are getting this type of the moieties. The mechanism is same. Now here, if suppose your nucleus is isoflavone, and it is also clear once you are isolated the compound from the molecule, and then you will test it with the help of the color test, whether it is a flavone, whether it is a flavonol, whether it is a flavonol. That then once you are aware that you are having this type of the moiety, then you have to decide which route is suitable for you. Therefore, if your molecule is isoflavone, because it is responding to the color test with the isoflavone. That's why that you have to go through the degradation likewise. And it is again the KOH fusion, then you will get this type of the degradation, then yield. And therefore it results the formyl deoxybenzoate. This is the formyl group over here. And this formyl deoxybenzoate is formed over here. This will undergo further degradation here and liberating the formic acid. Because you see that formic acid has got a very pungent smell. Therefore, if the pungent smell is coming, that gives the clear indication that the molecule is completely degraded. And this gives you, after liberation of the formic acid, it will give you the deoxybenzoin, this one. And deoxybenzoin is again undergo again degradation, and then it will give you this type of the moiety. And finally, you will get the phenyl acetic acid, and the phenol is your last product. In this way, you can say that the flavone molecule is degraded. These are the simple methods by which you can move for the structural elucidation. And before going to this one, you have to test the molecule with the melting point, you have to test with the TLC examination, and you have to go through the ferric chloride test, whether OH group phenolic OH is present or not present, and we have to go through the molecular weight determination. That is the second thing, that is the preliminary testing here. And after that, then you go to the degradation. The next part is your synthesis. And for the synthesis, each class of the flavonoids has got a different methods. According to the substitution, according to the nature of the nucleus, you have to decide which route is suitable again.